Cons Cook-Off. If you've ever been out here for the fair cook-offs, years past, we've had 2 chefs competing. Little twist this year, we have a chef and then a home cook competing. So you all will get to guess later on who's the cook, who's the con. This is our 8th cook-off so far out of 8. Cons have won 2 of the cook-offs, so we will see how today goes. We're gonna bring these mystery baskets up so they can see their secret ingredients. After we get those open, I'll tell you some more rules and we'll get that clock started for them. All right, guys, and so the audience doesn't know who's the cook and who's the con. Just introduce yourself to the audience, but not what you do for a living.
Mike's working? Good deal. My name's Marshall Grissom. Nice to meet you all. Hey. Sawyer? Are you on, Shelley?
Come on. Hi, I'm Shelley Meredith.
Sawyer, what's your name?
Everybody, your name.
My name is Sawyer Grissom.
Sawyer's going to be the big helper today for both sides. He's going to help both of the cooks today. All right, let's see what we have in these baskets for today's cook-off. Flat iron steak, one of my favorites, it's delicious. Kettle chips, shiitake mushrooms, hot sauce, spinach, and zesty Italian salad dressing mix. Yesterday they had waffles in their basket, pre-made waffles. So, all right, guys, we're going to start that 30-minute clock. That way you all can go ahead and start on your dishes. There's a clock up here on the stage. There's also one around front for you guys to see. So a little bit more about today's cook-off while that timer's going. So they have 30 minutes to complete their dish. This can be any themed dish. It can be breakfast, it can be an entree, an appetizer, dessert if they're feeling crazy. They did not know what was in these baskets until they opened them just now. You know, they had a good idea there would be a beef ingredient in there. Kentucky Beef Council is one of the sponsors today. Other than that, they did not know what they would have. So right now they're trying to like brainstorm and see what they should make with what was in there. They were also allowed to bring any ingredients from home that they wanted to bring. So they could bring anything, you know, from restaurant or home, seasonings, oils, other vegetables, whatever they wanted for their dish. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna stay out of their way for about 4 or 5 minutes, let them get cooking, and then I'll go up and ask them what they're thinking about making. When I go up and just watching them, kind of be thinking about how creative they're being. I'm gonna pick 3 judges from the audience later. Pick him. That's going to be one of the things you judge on is creativity. So be thinking about how creative our chefs are being today. So far it looks like Sawyer's doing all the work. A couple other things, chefs, if you all want, there's a Kentucky Proud Produce stand down here in front. A lot of different produce on there, melons, sweet potatoes, apples, garlic, all kinds of stuff. There's some baskets up front with fresh herbs if you want any fresh herbs. So, I already said Kentucky Beef Council is one of the sponsors today. I think that's the reason I get asked to do this cook-off. Pretty dedicated to the beef industry. You see that Certified Angus beef patch on my shoulder. I'm their ambassador chef for this region. Do a lot with Certified Angus beef and Kentucky Beef Council. Also pretty dedicated that I have the entire butcher chart tattooed to my forearm. So definitely love the beef industry. Rare ribeye, that's always my last meal when I get asked. Kentucky Proud's also a sponsor. Another great tie-in with Kentucky Proud. So I'm a chef and one of the owners of Valari Restaurant. We also have a farm in Taylorsville and grow a lot of the produce for Valari. So like right now, we have 900 heirloom tomato plants out. We're picking 100 to 200 pounds of heirloom tomatoes a day. Squash, peppers, herbs, eggplants. We've been planting all week for fall, putting in about 3,000 plants for fall. Everything from cauliflower, cabbage, Swiss chard, kale, collards, kohlrabi. So a lot of fun. So another good tie-in. A couple other sponsors today, Trend Appliances. They did the appliances for the cooking stage, and then Barber Cabinet Company did the cabinets and countertops. I'm going to go back and see what everybody's working on now that they've had a few minutes. What do you got going so far?
We've got a concoction of marinade with this. What kind of steak are we cooking here?
Flat iron.
Flat iron steak. I was about to say something different. But I know the cut, and I know it's similar to other cuts, so we're going to make a little jus with this at the moment and let these little marinate for a bit so that we can get cooking here in a minute.
Did you use that zesty Italian in your marinade?
It is zesty Italian beef marinade prison style.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good. Good way to use that Italian dressing mix. Buddy, what are you working on? Just herbs?
Yep.
Picking herbs?
Just herbs.
Gibson does that at the restaurant a lot. My little boy. It's a good job for the kiddos. We've got these cast irons hot on both ends. They'll probably cook their steaks on these cast irons. Get a nice sear on there. What do you have working so far?
Get my roux together for my sauce, and getting ready for my spinach.
All right.
Do something fresh with that.
You got some toasted garlic in that pan. It smells good already. What are you thinking about your steaks?
I'm going to grill it here on this cast iron, and I'm going to top it with a red wine.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, guys. Little Weisenberger fish batter. What are you going to batter?
Well, I'm starting with crusted potato chips.
All right.
And then, I mean, who doesn't like fried mushrooms? So
Fried mushrooms, hey, sounds good. So a little Weisenberger fish breading and those crushed up potato chips for some fried mushrooms. All right, guys, everything sounds good so far.
Shelley, can I get you anything at the moment?
You guys are under 25 minutes on that clock. We're down to 24 and a half minutes just about. So today's winner of the cook-off, most importantly, has bragging rights. They also win a State Fair Blue Ribbon and a Cooks versus Cons cutting board. So, a lot of fun. Judges today, we have a nice one to give back to the judges as well from Kentucky Beef Council. So later on, I will pick 3 judges. We'll wait probably till we're down in the low teens on the clock, so you're not just sitting up here staring at the audience for 30 minutes like I have to do. But it's a lot of fun to judge. You're going to be judging on 3 things today. Taste, most importantly. Appearance. I always say you eat with the eyes first. And then creativity. So that's what I was saying, be thinking about, how creative they're being. We've got a red wine reduction sauce going on one end. We've got fried mushrooms on the other. So I think we're going to have some really good dishes today. These cook-offs have been a lot of fun since the fair started. Like I said, we've had some crazy ingredients. We've had cereal in a couple baskets, Eggos, we've had cream cheese, pepper jelly, boxed macaroni and cheese, so all kinds of stuff. But everybody has had fun with it. Got a little heavy cream action for the breading. I'll do a little cream spinach, all right. So a little cream spinach working down here with those fried mushrooms and that steak. That all sounds good. We got a friendly cook-off today. They're sharing ingredients, sharing a helper. It hasn't been like that the whole fair.
You had some mean ones, Josh?
We've had some pretty competitive ones up here, yeah. Now, I haven't seen any sabotage or anything, but nobody's been helping each other.
That's, Josh, you've been in the business for a while, and cooking is just fun, and that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah, that's it. That's one thing I do love about Louisville chef community. I love us, close-knit community. We all work very hard. We all help the community, charities. work together, so it's a lot of fun. All right. Another fun thing from Kentucky Beef Council today, we do have some prize giveaways. So I'm going to give you some beef trivia questions. We'll start with the true or false question. If you know the answer, raise your hand. Do not blurt it out. It's always the kids that raise their hand and the adults that yell the answers out. So if you know it, raise your hand. Much like my forearm, butcher charred cutting board. Let's do true or false. There are over 1 million head of cattle in the state of Kentucky.
True.
True, that is true.
Sorry.
There you go, bud. We'll do another question. Meat thermometer. Kentucky Beef Council meat thermometer. Let's do multiple choice this time. How many lean cuts of beef are there in a cow? We'll do 22, 28, or more than 37. More than 37, that's correct. More than 37 lean cuts. All right, chefs, we're down to about 20 minutes and 30 seconds on that clock, almost a third of the way through. So when that timer does go off, they have to step away from that plate. They have to have all the ingredients finished, everything garnished, ready to go. If they don't have an element on the plate at that 30 minutes, they cannot add it to the plate. So we got a little mandolin action down here, doing some sliced squash. What are you going to do with those?
I'm going to use my potato chips and fry some squash.
All right, so we got fried squash with potato chips down here and fried mushrooms with potato chips down there. So you got those mushrooms in with your toasted garlic, fresh parsley, sauce working for your beef, already got your steak on. We're ahead of the game down at this end of the stage. I don't know. Whichever one of our cooks today brings their dish up first, that is the first one that will go to the judges. Most of the cook-offs have been down to the wire though. You know, that first 20 minutes goes by really slow. The last 5 minutes or so, I mean, it just seems like that it's done. So we've got a deep fryer set up over here. I don't think you all can see that through the camera. We've got those potato chip and Weisenberger breaded mushrooms going in the deep fryer. So if you all had to guess so far, who do you think is the cook and who do you think is the con? This one's what? Cook. Most of the days it's been given away by either the way they use a knife or the way they flip a pan. Two easy ways to tell. Yesterday, the two guys we had up here, both of them brought professional knives and chopping fast, and everybody was wrong yesterday on who was the cook and who was the con. So we'll see today. I'm going to let them cook for a little bit. Something really exciting we have coming up at Volare in the near future. And if you have not been to the restaurant, we're a fine dining Italian restaurant. Everything from lasagna and chicken parmesan to steaks and great seafood. So something for everyone. We actually close the restaurant tomorrow and 4-day renovation. Everything. Carpet, chairs, paint, lighting, plateware, glassware, tablecloths, restrooms. A really big reno. Everything's structurally staying the same. Just a nice facelift, so we're really excited about it. Changing the menu as well with all of this happening. Putting a lot of new house-made pastas on the menu. I just bought a extruding machine from Italy. Really big investment. Loving the results of it so far. So it's been really, really awesome. So if you have not been, come check us out after the remodel. We reopen the 31st. And we're gonna, as a thank you to all our guests when we reopen on the 31st, until October, we're gonna do 13% off of everybody's checks. We're 13 years old this month, and so just as a thank you to all of our loyal guests, we're gonna give that back. All right, so we've got that flat iron going on the cast iron grill down here now. That spinach is creamy, looks good. You gonna do anything in the water, or was that just in case?
We just got ready, prepared. It's always good to have your water boil in 30 minutes, so I don't know if I'm going to use it or not.
So he already had this pot of water up here boiling just in case he needed it for anything. But like I said, they didn't know what was going to go in those baskets. But probably not going to use it for anything today. So you got your marinade in there, do a little reduction?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. How those fried mushrooms turn out? They look brown. So you got your squash getting ready to bread it. That steak smelling great on that griddle. So Sawyer, who do you think is going to win the cook-off today?
My dad.
Your dad.
That's not fair. Hey, what about me? All right.
Pressure's on you now.
That's right. Smelling good.
All right, guys, we are halfway through our cook-off today. We're down to 15 minutes left on that clock. So chefs, keep in mind, you got to be plated and ready when that timer goes off. Sawyer, do you think they're getting nervous yet? No? All right, guys, we'll do a couple more of these giveaways and then work on getting some judges up here for today's cook-off. We'll do another Beef Council cutting board. True or false, there are over 38,000 beef producers in the state of Kentucky. You already won a prize. You can't win 2 prizes. True, that is true. Over 38,000 beef producers in the state. I got to do something really fun this year with a beef producer in the state. So as I said, I'm certified Angus Beef's brand ambassador for this region. It means I do some traveling with them, trainings, different stuff throughout the year. Also love CAB, and that's what we use at the restaurant on all our plates. I've traveled with CAB to Napa Valley, San Antonio. The greatest trip was Aruba for 11 days. 5 days of work, 6 days on the beach. That was a nice one. This past year, I did a trading places type thing with a beef producer. So Charlie Boyd from Boyd Cattle out of Mayslet, Kentucky, which I didn't even know where it was until I headed there that morning. So I got out there at like 6 a.m. one morning, which is way too early for restaurant people. But got out there about 6 in the morning, helped weigh, tag, give shots to newborn cattle, fed all the herds, checked all the fields, put hay out for some of the steers. It was a really fun day. So I did that for about half the day, and then he came to Valare and worked in the kitchen on the line for half the day. So he got to, pull tickets, call out orders, help put food on plates, serve food to guests. But I got to see where my beef starts and comes from, and he got to see where his beef finishes and ends up. So it was a lot of fun for both of us. We did a lecture in Mobile, Alabama for CAB about it, kind of in, I don't know, April or so. And it was a fun time. Fun to get to see the beef industry like that from the ground up. So we'll do one more prize giveaway, another thermometer. I'm trying to think of another trivia questions I gave you. All right, another true or false question. Kentucky is the largest beef producing state east of the Mississippi. True, that is true. You're welcome. All right, guys, we are under 12 minutes on that clock. Looks like both our cooks already have their plates laid out at both ends, ready to start getting food on them.
Let's see what we got here.
Steaks are coming off over here. Nice rare right now. Got that reduction, spinach. Where those mushrooms end up? I see them.
Right over here, brother. If you want to give them a taste, tell them that they're excitingly good.
All right, so you're getting ready to fry that squash. You got your sauce working. Veggies done. You already used everything in your basket, haven't you?
Yes.
Did you put that hot sauce in with your steak? And with your sauce?
Yes.
Okay. All right, looks good, smells good. What about the spinach?
It's going in with the hot sauce.
Okay, going in with the hot sauce.
Yes.
Everything smells great. Sawyer, do you still think your dad's going to win? Okay.
Yes. How much do I need to pay?
All right, audience. I'm going to ask for 3 volunteers. Before you volunteer, you have to be able to eat everything on the plate. No food allergies. You have to be able to eat beef. No vegetarians. I get to say that once a day. I love it. Other than that, that's really about it. I have some volunteers. Come on up. Come on up. Can I be a volunteer? I've already picked. Come on up. Thank you, dog. You're welcome. Might be good season. Might be good. All right, judges, if you all will come up and take a seat. Yes. Sorry. All right, guys, if you all will sit down, this beef bag has some beef jerky and other gifts in there for you all for judging today. If you'll write your name on that badge and put it on, and then this waiver, just basically you're signing away your next 30 minutes. And if you have a food allergy attack or cut your finger off with a steak knife or anything, we're not liable. Guys, we have 8.5 minutes left on that clock. 8.5 minutes. All right, judges, so we'll go over the judging criteria again. And if you want to make any notes on your board, you're welcome to. So taste, we're going to give them a max of 10 points for taste, 5 points for presentation, and 5 points for creativity. Yeah, most is 5 for creativity, 5 for presentation, 10 for taste. If we do have a tiebreaker today, which we haven't this year, but we had a few last year, whoever has the most taste points will win the cook-off. So taste will be the determining factor on the tiebreaker. So like I said, when this plate first comes down, think about presentation, eat with the eyes first, and then creativity. We'll have the cooks come down and tell you what they made, how they use the mystery ingredients. Think about the creativity, and then finally taste. Make sure to try everything on that plate. Take a bite of everything together, really get a good taste. Once you're ready to judge or score, you can take that dry erase marker and put your initials on the plate. We'll take it round back, and then you can have a family member come back later and try it. And then we'll bring the next plate down and get it judged. Sound good? If you all want to introduce yourself and tell the audience, what you do for a living, who you are, you ever judged any kind of cook-off before?
I'm Sean Thompson from Richmond, Kentucky, by way of Chicago, and I work for the University of Kentucky. Although I'm in Louisville country, I do like the Cardinals too, so don't kill me. I've never judged anything like this before.
Marble Laws, and I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm originally from Tampa Bay, Florida. I know I have never judged before. I've always wanted to do this, so it's going to be a lot of fun for me, and I watch Chopped all the time.
I'm Ashley. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a court reporter here, and go Cards.
All right, judges, thank you all. I'm going to go check on our chefs and then come back down. All right, so looks like we got steak sliced and ready to be plated over here. Finishing up that cream spinach. Sauce ready to roll?
I believe so. I like it. The steak is resting over there, obviously, so let those juices incorporate with each other and kind of do their thing.
All right, looks good. You've got 6 minutes left. So you did end up using that water and some poached eggs?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
All right, so that's good. All right. Oh, you so you ended up doing a little grill with those potato chip squash?
Yep.
Good. That spinach smells great. Steak looks good. What all do you have in your sauce over here?
I have the mushrooms, parsley, garlic, red wine. That's it.
All right.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Yep.
A little butter in there.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Judges, you are in for a treat today. Both these dishes smell great. All the sides look really good. All right, cooks, we are under 5 minutes on that clock. So remember, they've got to be plated and finished when that 5 to help me count down. Put a little pressure on them. Both of our cooks today did a great job using all the secret ingredients. Looking good, guys. We're down to about 4 minutes on that clock. Guys, big hand for both of our cooks today. And Sawyer for being a great helper. Yes, a little bacon in with that, sauteed spinach and caramelized onions.
Everything's better with bacon.
Everything is better with bacon. That is a true statement. So judges, who do you all think is the cook and who's the con?
Knife work.
So the judges think that the gentleman on the left is the professional cook. We'll see. We're down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds on that clock. Whichever plate's done first, we'll go ahead and bring it down. That way judges can eat it while it's hot because it's first plated. guys, we're down to 2 minutes on that clock. I'm going to stay out of your all's way. So we got dish plating up over here. This one's almost plated. I think both of our cooks are fine on time today. So minute and a half left on the clock. Looks like our plate over here is finished. We'll go ahead and take this one down to the judge.
First time. First time these have been done before, huh? Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, so here, judges, here is plate 1. We are under a minute left for plate number 2 to be finished. All right, if you'll tell the judges what you made today.
Yeah, so we've got our marinated steak. We also made a reduction and 45 seconds, Josh.
I think he's bringing his reduction down, and he's technically not out of time, so I think he's all right. I don't know, we can pull the rule book on this one. So finishing with that reduction on top of the steak?
That's right, Josh. We got a reduction, and the steak has been marinated, seared, and set. Of course, you saw the mushrooms that we beer battered.
10 seconds left.
Beer battered with Weisenberger fish batter, and crunched up the potatoes, the potato chips. We had laid some potato chips up there, put that in, kind of encrusted it. And then we've got some hot sauce, which tastes like French to me, and which is nice, so it's not going to kill you. And I put that in the cream sauce with the spinach as well. And I threw on a poached egg just because who doesn't like eggs?
All right, thank you, sir. Judges, you all go ahead and start on plate number 1. Plate number 2 is finished and ready. Got a taste of 8, presentation 4, creativity 3. Got a taste of 8, presentation 4, creativity 4. All right, judges, go ahead and erase those scores. We'll bring over plate number 2.
Okay.
All right, and if you will tell our judges what you made today.
So I made a red wine reduction sauce with the mushrooms, the shiitake mushrooms, and it has garlic and parsley in it. Then the spinach has caramelized onions, Italian dressing, garlic, of course, and then the squash is topped with the crumbled kettle chips and Parmesan cheese.
All right, thank you, judges, and enjoy plate number 2. Number 2, we have a taste of 7, presentation 4, creativity 4. Taste of 7, presentation 4, creativity 5. Taste of 6, Presentation 3, Creativity 3. All right, Tim's going to tally those up. Big round of applause for today's judges. Guys, thank you all. Hope you enjoyed it. You all can go back and sit down if you want to grab somebody and go back and try the plates. And chefs, if you all come down, we'll announce today's winner. Very, very close cook-off today. Big hand for both of our chefs today. And our many chefs. So the winner of today's Cooks versus Cons cook-off is Marshall Grissom.